Hey, what's going on? Paul Farmer here. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 181. And what I do here is I share with you my journey online. I share with you mindset tips, marketing tips, and whatever else that I have learned that I feel would be of value to you. So, if you've been following along, I've been tracking my progress in this opportunity where I'm following the training that's in this private community. It's called Millionaire Mentoring. And I'm on, today is day 14. Let me just turn off my phone real quick here. And I've been detailing what it is I'm doing every day. Okay. So now, truth be told, I have not checked my email as of yet. So I don't know if anything has come in. I don't know. I kind of learned a while ago not to check your email first thing in the morning. Instead, you want to you want to get your mind in a good place, because if you open your email and you're expecting something and it's not there, it could really bring your energy down, which affects everything you're doing. So this morning, I'm actually going to share something. I'm going to share something with you that's pretty personal, actually very personal to me today. And in the coming days, if I get up enough nerve, I'm going to share something else with you that is really painful to me. It's really something I've never talked about publicly. Only very few people that I've shared personally know about it. And it's just something I deal with all the time. And when I share this, it's not because I want sympathy or anything like that. It's because I want to inspire you, and I want you to believe that if I can get up, if I can make these videos, you can too. And but I'm not going to share that today. That's going to take a lot of nerve for me. I'm just letting you know that's a big one. So, but I'm going to share something with you that's pretty deep too. That really has affected me and my family quite a bit, and it's not something I'm proud of in any way. But I'm going to share that with you in just a few minutes here. So this morning, I'll just go through my routine real quick, what I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm tracking my progress, how I'm going to get to $10,000 a month in this one opportunity. Okay. Now, understand I do have sales coming in elsewhere. I'm not counting that towards the 10,000. This is completely separate. So what I'm doing is I'm following the training that is provided in this private community. If you want more information about that, click the link right below. Private community, the training that is provided is proven, it's effective, and they've been doing it for like 30 years, just about 30 years. So I don't know about you, but for me, I prefer to get involved with things that have been proven for many, many years. They're not like quick hacks or anything like that work for just a very short amount of time, but they work for a long time, right? Like, because you got these growth hacks that work for, maybe they'll work for a few months and then you got to find something else. No, I prefer to look for real, solid, proven, effective, simple methods that produce results. And it produces results no matter if you're a brand new person or you're a veteran. It doesn't matter. Okay. And and that's why I'm so behind this, because I see the results every day in other people. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. People brand new, not having any success at all, going from zero to making executive level income. The evidence is there. So anyway, I decided I was going to be completely vulnerable and take you on my journey, because I believe I will make that much, if not more. I believe that. I believe I have the tools. I believe I have the training. And I believe I have the mindset. And if I don't, I will, because I'm going to keep working on it. So this morning, just this morning, I woke up, I did my affirmations, I wrote down my goals, I did my gratitude. So I write down my goals 14 times. I usually write down at least 25 things I'm grateful for. I also thanked God for all the blessings. Gratitude is our source of supply. Get in the habit of doing that. It's going to open up opportunities for you. And then I went and I did a workout, and it was kind of a fun workout. It was a more of a kind of fun for me anyway. And then I listened to, let me see, 2 different videos that my mentor did, and one was about the river of abundance. We all have abundance. Abundance is a river. It's flowing, and many people, they're like a rock in the river, and the water's not going through the rock, it's going around the rock. And what you want to be is more like a sponge, because a sponge soaks up the water and expands. So now you have the abundance, right? But he was saying, like, we all can tap into this river of abundance. And the way we do that is through personal development, through working on our self-worth. So by doing affirmations, by saying I am statements, that's one of the ways to go and do that. Bob Proctor talks about that too. Repetition, like changing your paradigm. So, I had a paradigm where I believed making higher ticket sales was hard. Like, that was my paradigm. That was my programming. And because that was my programming, everything I did was equaling the results I was getting. Now, getting results lower ticket, yes, I've been doing that, but I want to move to the higher ticket, because I know once you learn that, you can do pretty much anything. So that has been my shift, right? But when I first started this journey, I was like, man, who the heck is going to buy, who's going to pay this? Like, that was my programming. I mean, that's your programming. That's what you're thinking. I mean, you're thinking it's more difficult to sell something that costs more than costs less. I mean, that was what I used to think. And as I'm going through this process, I'm realizing that it isn't any different. It's the same process. Yes, when it's a higher ticket, you have to build a little bit more rapport. You have to do some qualifying. But the truth of the matter is, there are many people out there, and I'm meeting them every day. They want to make more money. They see the value. And, the people I've been meeting, a lot of them just don't have the money right now. They're working to get the money. They see the value. So that's positive. That's a result, right? But that's just something that I've been learning as I go. And I knew this because abundance is everywhere. If you just look outside, I mean, look at all the cars, look at all the buildings, look at nature. Abundance is everywhere. So people have money. People are spending money. It's just a matter of them seeing value in what it is you're doing. Now, what we do is it's not about benefits, or it's not about features and benefits. It's about value. It's about personal development. It's about leadership. It's about giving people the tools they need to go excel in anything they want. So one of the things that people get really hung up on, and it's like I have to correct them, and I understand, because that's where I was. What's the product? How long have you been doing? What's the product? And the thing is, the product doesn't matter. The product is the wealth vehicle. It's the training. It's understanding the psychology behind the sale. Like, that's important. Understanding how people think and how people work. That's what's going to get you ahead. So it's just kind of comical to me when I'm talking to people and they're just like, oh, no, I'm good. But they're not earning anything. They're not earning a full-time income. I know they're not. They know they're not, but they're not ready, So what I've learned, and, I've heard Bob Proctor say this too, the only way to change a paradigm is if a massive traumatic event happens to really shift it, or through repetition, by doing the opposite of the paradigm, the opposite. So what would the opposite of the paradigm be? So for many people, when they're looking at something and they're in their mind, I can't afford that. Or in their mind, they're like, I don't know if I can get that investment back. Switching that paradigm would be stepping in faith and actually, you know what, I'm going to do it despite. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to make it happen. And stepping in faith, even though you don't have the money, but you're like, I'm going to find the money. Or the money's going to find me. That's a whole different way of thinking about it, right? Because when you step in faith, opportunities open up. Your energy is no longer on this low level. It's on this higher level. And that's where the opportunities come. That's where you attract bigger people. So, it's funny. I start these things and I have an idea of where I want to go, and then I go a whole different way. So anyway, so one of the videos I was watching was on taking your adversity and turning it into opportunity. And I've heard other people say the same thing. Other top earners say the same thing. Taking your adversity, turning it into opportunity. So sharing your story of adversity, not as a victim, not as woe is me, not as, oh, I don't know, please give me charity, right? Please help me. No, it's this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing to turn it around, to change the story, right? This is what I'm doing. That's the difference. So it's okay. Like I always thought, you have to wait until you have to wait until you accomplished, right? You already got there. So yeah, you're going through hardships, but you can't talk about that stuff. But what I've learned is, and there was another guy that talked about this too. He's all into helping people. I can't think of his name right now, but he's all into helping people go and get into media. Like he's all into that. He talks about being authentic and real and vulnerable. And that's what people connect with, because you're a real human being. You're a real person. So no matter what it is you're going through, that's your story. And the video I was watching, my mentor was saying that if you take your past equals your future. So what he was saying is, like, the past events, by sharing those past events and sharing how you have overcome those events, that's going to inspire other people to go out and want to do the same. And that will bring you more income. So, because people relate to you, people see you as a human being. They don't see you as like a guru out there just pushing a product, like they see you as a real human being, a real person. So a couple things I just want to share today. One, people typically don't move, and this goes back to the paradigm, but people typically don't move unless they're going through a transition. So if they're just lost their job, something in their life is changing. So they don't typically make a move to improve things until there's a change, right? There's a transition, or they're at their breaking point. They're at their F it moment. I could have said the whole word, but I'm going to say the F it moment. Like they're just fed up. No more excuses. Drop the ego, drop the pride. And that's when big things happen. Until that happens, though, they're stuck in a place of comfort. And I heard this once, this illustration, like people would rather be sitting on the couch with their house burning down because it's comfortable than to get up and do something that's actually going to get them ahead, because it's comfortable. You go to your job every single day because it's comfortable, not because you love it. It's comfortable. And because you have the bills paid, in your mind, you're like, well, you know what? It's good enough. We're good enough. And because of that, that holds you back from getting ahead. there's a guy, he's the CEO of Lowe's, Marvin Ellison. I heard him speak at our church. And he said this, he's like, you got to always have a poor, hungry, and determined attitude. No matter how much you're making, no matter how much success you have, you got to have this attitude that you're poor, hungry, and determined. Because when you are poor, hungry, that's where you go to work. That's where you stop making excuses. That's where you're like, look, I got to make this happen no matter what. And that's when big things happen. But until that happens, a lot of people, they won't do anything. Sure, they might dabble with it. They might like play around with it. They might make up excuses like, I don't have the time. Oh, I'm working too many hours. It's all nonsense. I got a guy I'm working with right now. I'm going to give him a shout out. His name is Leslie. Okay. And I've known Leslie for years. And I watched Leslie struggle. Like, he has a family. He wants to, he wants to get ahead. He wants to provide for his family. And he is busting his butt. He's busting his butt every day, working hard to get ahead, and just cannot seem to do it. So, I talked to Leslie. I'm like, hey, look, man, I want to help you. I know you don't have any money. I want to give you an opportunity. And I told him, like, look, I'm going to help you. You show up to my training every day. You do what I'm telling you to do. You're going to get results. Things are going to start changing for you. The reason I could say that is because I've done it. I went from $0 to $2,000 plus weeks within a 3-week period of time. I've done it. I have gone from $0 to $10,000 in a month within three months. It was 3 months at that time. That's a whole different story. The company crumbled and everything, but I did it, and I hadn't done that before. So how do I know that this stuff works? Because I've done it. I had someone message me yesterday, hey, I saw someone posted that you had $1,000 sale. Well, yes, I'm doing what I teach, what my mentor teaches. I'm doing it. I didn't go and pay thousands of dollars for coaching to learn things that don't work, to teach things that don't work. So when I'm speaking to you and I'm inviting you to, like, hey, there is another way. There is an opportunity for you to get ahead. There is an opportunity for you to make more money. And it's not as complicated as you think. It's really not. You just need some simple steps. You need some guidance, and you just need to stay consistent with it and do it. Like, I've already done it. Like, I already know, but it's always funny to me. Like, oh, they're like shocked. Wow. Well, how did you do that? I'm like, I'm following the training. It's not like a mystery. So when I'm here, like, hey, look, you can be part of this mentoring program for really not much money. If you really think about it, the thousands and thousands of dollars you can make, even millions you can make, learning these skills. Like, it's not that much if you think about it. What is a lot is not doing it. What is a lot is constantly banging your head against the wall and trying to figure it out. What is a lot is going and paying for paid traffic when you haven't even learned how to effectively communicate with human beings. That's a lot. That's painful. I went through that process. So I get it. So anyway, let me get to the point here. So this is not something I'm proud of. Okay. It's not something I'm proud of. And I've hinted at it before. I've talked about it slightly, but in 2016, well, this actually goes all the way back to 2008. 2008 is when I got laid off 2010 is when I got laid off as a teacher. And at that time, very traumatic experience. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. I was put on unemployment for the very first time in my life ever. At that time, my income was cut to like a quarter of what I was making. Thankfully, I had some savings at the time, but that didn't last long. Anyway, I was put on unemployment. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. There were no other teaching jobs. They put us on basically in a place where we were like in what's the word? Like, we're just like in a place of not knowing. right? Like just, man, I can't think of it, but in a place of not knowing. You're in a place of not knowing what's going to happen, right? Just in limbo, in limbo. So I was in limbo all summer long, in limbo, and I did not know what to do, So anyway, long story short, 2 years passed, still no teaching job. I think I had a part-time teaching job at some point, and that's a whole nother story. But it started then, and I came online and I struggled for 2 years, and it was just a struggle, just a flat out struggle. And I had some ups, I had some downs. 2016 hits, and this is the time of the rev shares. This is where rev shares are really big. If you don't know what that is, thank God you don't know what it is, because it hurt a lot of people. That hurt so many people. There are some people that got ahead, but it hurt a lot of people. And I was really depending on these things. Like I was in a place of basic desperation, and I had just enough coming in to cover my bills, just enough. And what ended up happening was they all collapsed, basically. All my income streams, I thought I was being smart. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm going to diversify. I'm going to be across the board in all these, right? I'm going to be in like all. So I was like in 12 different ones at one point. And I had like thousands of dollars tied up in all these. And a lot of that was on credit cards. So I, didn't know what the hell to do. I didn't know what the hell to do. So during this period of time, I was busting my butt, just trying to find a way to start earning some income. And, I came across an opportunity, and I did have some success in that opportunity, just sheer working every day, getting the word out. And that saved us for a little while, but there was a period of about 5 months. I had to put our rent on a credit card. And that really hurt. That really put us in a lot of debt. And even before that, I was with a company that promised to do all this branding, all this stuff, and all I got was a glorified capture page. And that was all in all in there, I lost about $15,000 all on a credit card. So, and there's a lot more stories. Like I hired a coach that disappeared the next day, $2,500 gone. So due to all of that, I ended up being in quite a bit of debt when it comes to credit card debt, and over $40,000 to be exact. And then on top of that, I got a student loan that's over $60,000. So I'm, at this current time, over $100,000 in debt, which some people would say that's baby debt. Some people would say that's a lot of debt. I don't know, but I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand that, like, we're all going through crap. We're all going through crap. And so here's the thing that happened. All right. So I as you know, maybe you don't know, I was doing this other company, and, things are going really well. Like I was making very good income. For me, it was very good income. But what I did was I did what they always teach you to do. They teach you to take 20% of your earnings and put it back into paid advertising. So that's what I was doing. But I didn't take 20%. I took minimum 50% or more, and I put it back in paid advertising. And what happened, though, what I didn't know was happening, is because I thought, oh, wow, you know what? I'm growing my business. I'm doing the right thing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And it looked great. It looked great because I had all these sales pouring in. It looked great. But what happened, and what I didn't know, was where I was buying the traffic, they were actually, the people coming through were going through this thing where they were filling out surveys. So I was getting these messages in my emails like, hey, where's my money? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, I filled out all these surveys. I'm all, surveys? Like, what are you talking about, surveys? And long story short, I ended up spending thousands of dollars. Now, this wasn't on a credit card, but I ended up spending thousands of dollars to people that they thought they were doing a survey. That's why I was getting all these sales, because they thought they were doing a survey. And these people had no intention of doing my business. No intention. So what happened? Because this traffic was being sold to the majority of my team, people were buying it, right? We were excited. We're like, wow, look at the sales coming in. Because this was happening, what happened is, when people see sales coming in and they see them vanish, they don't stick around. So I ended up losing a couple of leaders, and then my team literally just started going, and during this time, if I was smart, I would have been, if I know what I know now, let me just say this. If I know what I know now, I wouldn't have been putting the money in traffic. I would have been paying off my debt. and I would have learned how to go about it without paid advertising. Now, I'm not saying paid advertising is bad. Okay, this is just one horror story. But what I'm saying is what I'm doing now. You make $1,000 commissions. You learn how to do this without paid ads. And I've heard this said so many times. And I'm just going to say, so Danny Johnson, she built, and I used to listen to Danny Johnson a lot. I haven't listened to her in a while, but one of the things she used to say was, your business is people, and you have to get good at connecting with people. And that's like something she preached. My mentor now, your business is people. You have to get good at connecting with people, right? It's all about people. Our commodity is people. And then Ray Higdon, he didn't do any paid ads till he made his first $1 million connecting with people, So the reason I share this with you is because even if you don't have much money right now, even if you you don't have an advertising budget, or you think you need to have an advertising budget, I'm here to tell you, you don't. I have built in full-time income without an advertising budget. When I hit my first 2,000, when I hit my first 10,000 in a month online, there was no advertising. Like, I did everything for free. When I hit my first $2,000 a week in my marketing system program that I have, if you just click on marketing, that's what I did. No paid advertising. Okay. So it is very possible. Again, I'm not saying it's bad to do paid advertising. I'm just saying you need to learn how to communicate effectively with people. That's what this mentoring program does. It teaches you how to communicate effectively with people, how to close high ticket sales, but the skills are transferable to whatever the hell you want it to go to. So why did I go this route? Why am I putting my focus on this? Why do I want to learn this skill? Well, because I got to crush this debt. Simple as that. And I looked at everything I'm doing and I'm like, what is the quickest way? The quickest way is to learn this skill, how to close high ticket sales, and just make it happen. Because you get to a point where you're like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm being honest with you. Enough is enough. I'm not going to have this hanging over my head any longer. So to me, I heard this said too, like, you get to a point where it doesn't matter how many people reject you. It doesn't matter what people say to you. It doesn't matter what people think of you. You're pushing forward. The hell with them. They don't pay your bills. So you get to this point where you're basically bulletproof. Bullets are just whizzing past you, right? And I can tell you straight out, I've had some people say some mean things the last few days. Whatever. I'm too busy. I'm moving forward. I'm on a mission. And this mission is not just about me, though. It's about you. It's about inspiring you to do better. It's about inspiring you to step into your greatness. That's what it's about. Because I'm damn tired of seeing people struggle so much. I really am. Having gone through it myself, it just gets old. And talking to people and their just lack of belief, I mean, it's just so sad to me. It's so sad. Oh, yeah, I'm working too many hours and I have no time. It's a lie you're believing, because you do have time. If my man Leslie can work 12 hours a day and he's still getting 75 connections in, he told me yesterday he did 75 connections. 75. 12 hours a day. If he can do it, why can't you? Seriously. Like, that made me feel weak. I'm like, man, he's doing 75 and he works 12 hours? How the heck, you know? So there's always another level we can go. There's always more we can do. And it's just us getting out of our heads. 95% of it is mindset. That's why we work on personal development every day. That's why and the personal development, the I am statements, the listening to training, the listening to stories of people that have overcome, that is what will keep you moving forward. That is what will keep you persevering. That is what will allow you to step into your power, no longer care what other people think of you, and move forward. And just move forward and go get what you want. So that's pretty much, I know this is a longer one today, but I just have a lot on my mind, and but I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I want to see you win. It's one of the reasons why I show up every day for my training. I mean, I'm doing trainings for people on my team that can't make the training live. Why do I do that? Because I want to see you win. I do. I want to see that, and I'm tired of the struggle. And when I show people how simple it is, like, they're kind of blown away. They're like, "What? Is that simple?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's that simple. We just got to do it. We just got to do the work. That's it. And we got to believe that it's going to work for us, and just trust the process. Trust the process." So I just want to say this, okay? Because I know I get that. Are you not using funnels? Yes, I use funnels. Are you not doing paid traffic? At the moment, I'm not. I'm not at the moment. That doesn't mean I won't, but at the moment, I'm not. Because I believe you got to get the skills down. You got to get the skills down. You got to become an effective communicator. You have to learn how to work with people effectively. And the results show in your bank account. Okay. I don't have the big income story right now with this opportunity. So I don't believe that I have it down yet. I mean, who tells you this stuff, right? Everybody wants to pretend. Everybody wants to, oh, yeah, I'm killing it. I'm doing so great. But it's all lies for the most part. It's all lies. Very small percentage of people, even, in the world, make six figures. Very small percentage. But you go online, you think everybody does, right? Like, it's like everybody's pretending to be something they're not. And it's time we stop pretending. It's time we be real and show people hey, this is what it takes. This is what's really there. It's not going to resonate with everybody. A lot of people, I could see it's easy. Oh, I just run traffic to a funnel and money comes pouring in. You know how to effectively communicate with people? Sure, that's possible. You learn how to create a 6-figure income, a 7-figure income, and then start doing ads and all that. Well, now you have evidence. Now you've stepped into your personal power. Now you've learned how to communicate effectively. So yeah, I would think that your paid marketing would be very effective. The way I looked at paid marketing was this, it's an audience to come to my content, to get to know, like, and trust me. It wasn't so much about selling them right away, because if you're in a team building business, it's about the people. It's not about transactions. It's about the people. And that's what people miss. But that's not in network marketing, people don't miss that. It's all about relationships there. That's the difference. But you come over to internet marketing, it's all about transactions. Oh, I made a sale. Oh, I made a sale. It's like not even a human being anymore, right? So I know, kind of rambling on, but that's just how I feel. And I really do want to what I stand for is, and I tell everybody this, I believe wholeheartedly it's about skills and mindset. I don't care what program you're in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When people tell me, oh yeah, ground floor, best thing ever, I just ignore it. It's laughable to me. It's laughable. I'm like, why are you doing this? Because they haven't been taught. That's why. But that doesn't do anything. I used to do it. Best thing ever. This is going to go viral, all this stuff, right? And it doesn't work. People look right through it. So the people you want don't pay any attention to it. The people you don't want do. They're the ones jumping on it. Those are the people that are the tire kickers, the looky-loos, the ones that won't do anything. Those are the people. So if you want those kind of people, yeah, keep doing that hyped crap and all that. Okay, so that's all I got today. That's all I got. I got to get going. Got to eat breakfast. Got a training. Make it a great day. If you want information about that training program that I'm a part of, the private community, click the link below or reach out to me. I'm happy to share with you what I'm doing. Okay. With that, make it a great day.